Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be tips and tricks on how to ace your flight attendant interview, your video interview, your phone interview, as well as your face-to-face. If you want to learn how I aced my interview and the tips that I can give you, please keep watching. Okay, so first of all, when you apply for an airline, depending on what airline you choose, they ask you a questionnaire. Now, this is something that I learned a long time ago, especially working with the human resource department. A lot of the times, the questionnaire, you have to answer either you agree or disagree. Do not ever answer in the middle because it seems like you're indecisive. So they're looking for is you strongly agree or you strongly disagree. They want to make sure that you have a concrete answer and you're not in between and you're not guessing, you're not unsure of yourself. The second is a video interview. Sometimes, depending on the airline, they do send out video interviews. Now, the video interview is really important, especially to study before you get the video interview. There's going to be different questions like, why did you apply for this airline? Why do you want to become a flight attendant? Things like that. What I would do is Google some questions that the video interviews for that specific airline, what they would ask. There's Glassdoor is pretty good. Indeed questions, there's actually a lot of people on there that will answer what kind of questions they will ask. So look at those, Google it, Google the questions, study it before you get the video interview so that you know you are prepared. You want to make sure that you look prepared. You're not just throwing any question out there and you don't sound like you don't know what you're talking about. You want to make sure that you sound like you do know what you're talking about and you're confident. Now, once you get past the video interview, sometimes they do a phone call interview where they ask you the same questions. Why do you want to become a flight attendant? How much customer service experience do you have? Why do you want to work for that specific airline? So just study those questions and you will be a-okay. Now, the face-to-face is really, really, really important. Now, these tips is what I did to ace my interview. I looked at the questions that they would ask me. I will leave all the questions down below that I think that they would ask you guys in a face-to-face interview. Also, what you're wearing is really important. You want to look like a flight attendant. You want to make sure your hair is pulled back in a bun. You have red lipstick on. Your makeup is minimal, not too much on the eyeshadow, and you have nice earrings, not too big, not too long, just very nice stud earrings. And if you can, try to wear a scarf with a nice suit. It could be either a pantsuit or a skirt suit. I would recommend a skirt suit because you want to look like a flight attendant. That's really important. And red lipstick. They love red lipstick. So try to put on a red lipstick, something like what I have now. Nothing too orangey, nothing too bright, something really red, vibrant, and you want to look like a flight attendant. You want to be presentable. In my interview, I had 4 interviews in my face-to-face. I had to do a one-on-one with the in-flight manager, and I also had to do a group interview, and I had to do a double interview. So I had to interview with 2 people, and then I also had to do a reach test. Depending on your height, you have to reach at least 6 feet to touch the overhead bin to close. So they will do a reach test. They also will do a jump seat test. They see if you can close the harness and you're able to strap in properly without needing an extra seatbelt extender or anything. So now what I did was I asked a lot of questions. They will ask you, do you have any questions for me? I did ask them some questions. Think of questions that you can ask the interviewer. They do like you asking questions. Make sure you do sound confident and don't talk about yourself too much. Don't sound cocky, just sound confident and show your experience. They like real world experiences. For example, when I had my group interview, they asked me, tell me one positive customer service experience that you had that you went above and beyond for the customer. And I had an experience when I was working at the bank where I had a lady who, she had cancer and she needed to take out a home equity line of credit. I used to be a banker. And she could not come to the bank because she was going through chemotherapy. And so what I did was I got approval from my manager and I went to her house, got all the paperwork, got her to sign, got her approved, and deposited the check in her account. So she was really, really happy. That's a real world experience. So you want to include that in your interview. Include real world experience and think about it ahead of time. Don't just randomly pick out a real world experience from your head and throw it out there. Just think of a real world experience that you encountered in customer service, because they love that. They eat it up. My company is all about customer service experience, and I'm pretty sure every other airline is about customer service, so you want to bring out the real world experience into that. And that is pretty much it. Once you get through that interview, most of the times if you do get hired, you will be called back the same day, if not in a few days. So what happened in my interview was they pulled some people out that most likely they didn't think fit with the company, and they let them go, and the people that stayed in interview room got to stay. So I already knew that I got it, because I made it to the next round. If they tell you the next step would be drug test and background, then you pretty much got it. So it's based on your background and your drug test. So yeah, that is pretty much it. That's all I can think of how I aced my interview. All I know is that just be confident. If this is your real career, that you want to have a career in the airline industry, just make sure you do your homework, especially on the airline that you want to work for, because many different airlines have different requirements. Now, Delta is really hard to get in, but if you study, if you practice, if you feel confident, if you look like a flight attendant, you will get hired. It's not that hard. It took me 2 years, but I didn't do it consistently. I applied every 6 months. So that's why it took me 2 years. But if you just be on it, be consistent, and you apply to every other airline that you want to get hired, do your homework, study, and you will get hired. That is all I have to say for today. I am vlogging today in Sacramento. I will be posting that video very, very soon, but I do want to get this video uploaded because I want to give you guys interview tips on, especially for those of you who are dying to be a flight attendant, want some tips on what you can do to be a flight attendant. This is the video for you. And if you are new, welcome to my channel. I really, really hope you guys love my channel. And if you are not new, thank you guys so much for watching and staying subscribed to my channel. And I love you guys so much. I thank you for your patience. I am working on a project right now, so I'm so sorry if I don't upload as much as I can. But I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.